just think a couple things. You're right. The most shocking part of today was not just the hatred towards a little black boy and that incredibly evil video that he put together. He wasn't repeating something. He made that up. That was his own creation that he did and then publicized, right? I mean, just think about that. You know, it's one thing to harbor all these thoughts. It's another thing to just keep creating and perpetrating and promoting this evil of hate. And then to constantly, not just to say I have racial slurs. You know, people sadly do that. And sadly, they have these horrible thoughts in their heads. But to say I want to act on them. To say it. That I want to kill them. I want to blow them out, away. All these statements of intent to hurt, to kill, just give me I can't wait, basically. I mean, that's what he's saying. And then he acts on it. And then he shows no remorse. Sitting up in court today, trying to prosecute his case with his attorney and not even paying attention to the evidence that's coming in about what happened. I mean, I find it just shocking that, this is why the family was so opposed to the plea agreement. Was because this shocking evidence would have been hidden under seal and never released, and because we feared, and sadly we're seeing it, that they don't have any remorse. I mean, that's really sad.
You have a response to hearing some of the thoughts of William Bryan. There's been this kind of notion that he was less cultural.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Racist, but to see how he referred, and his, I'm assuming, child's mother referred to black people in this community. Respond to hearing that evidence come out about him in particular.
We talked about it at lunch. That was our major luncheon conversation, is how shocking it was to see how deeply hateful he was. When he was presented in the state trial as the least of the enemies, the least of the people who was after Ahmaud, that he didn't really have all this racial animosity. And then we find out that not only was he angry about his daughter dating a black man who he knew nothing about, he doesn't say one thing negative about the guy other than the fact he's black, but that every MLK Day, including weeks before the murder of Ahmaud, he is engaging in major hate against black people. Not just against MLK, but against black people, period. Talking about this street right here, Gloucester Street, making fun of it for having an MLK parade. And talking about, we wouldn't be doing that with those coons out my way. All this horrible stuff. I mean, it's really shocking. I mean, I've been to Satilla Shores several times now, and we'll be back there on the anniversary of the slaying. And I've been there several times, and when you walk through it, it's just, a peaceful-looking neighborhood. You have no idea that all this hate and animosity is lurking behind doors of some people. Because I thought Mr. Daniels this morning reflected another side, right? I mean, I thought his humanity showed so strongly this morning, and his disgust at what had happened and his leaving the neighborhood because of it. It said a lot.
Got a lot of people
What did you think about
father.
Derek Thomas's testimony with the two videos being sent out to him and then the response?
The two videos.
Derek Thomas.
Can you hear me?
He said Derek Thomas, the witness, the neighbor.
Oh yes, Daniel. You talking about
It was Derek Thomas.
Derek
There was
Thomas?
one today too.
DT.
Travis McMichael's friend.
But we don't know them.
We didn't know who
We don't
DT
know
was.
DT.
We didn't know who
We
DT
won't know.
was. That's why you're throwing us. That's why that's why you got us confused.
No,
We had never
no.
heard that name before.
Yeah.
We just heard DT, MJ, DJ, D. I mean, we heard a whole lot of initials.
But one thing we do know, they racist. They hate black people.
And they're still out, and they're walking these streets. The other thing that always shocks me when I watch this is my second time, sadly, having to watch the English deposition. And one thing that you can't get over is from October until February, he's so upset, allegedly, about his house and so upset about somebody coming on his property. He buys the cameras, right? I mean, think about the price of the cameras. He never buys a $55 yard sign that says keep out, no trespassing, private property. How in the world? Then you talk about you want police to stop a person and tell them that? When all you have to do is put a sign on, even if you don't have the stake in the ground, you could post it and tape it on your own door. Well, there wasn't a door. You could tape it somewhere on the building. I mean, it astounds me every time I hear him crying about his property, enlisting neighbors, telling people to stop folks inside the house. The one thing you did notice, he never said hunt somebody down the streets, chase them, arrest them. He never said that. So that's something else to keep in consideration when you hear the twisted nature of the cross-exam that was attempted by the prior attorneys in the murder case. I think that if anything, the plot thickens. The plot was bad enough to hear it in the murder case, but in this case, to hear what was underlying all of this, I want to kill somebody, blackism. All of this, I don't care about private property, but I care about if it's a black man. Come on, there's so much that we need. All of this, don't call the police, get your guns, stay armed up.
Want to kill all of them.
Right. Right. Oh, yeah, said that he wish he had a cigar. Was it a cigar? Is that what they called it?
Now, this
So he
deep
could
down.
shoot all of them?
This deep, what I heard that man say.
Shoot
right
all
here.
of them?
When that man said, I killed all of them, and,
Right.
I ain't got enough artillery to get the rest of them.
Right.
I'm talking black people. That's deep.
Unbelievable.
That's something to
And
think
he also
about.
talked about y'all news people, the black ones.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
Don't get us
talking
started
about
on that
y'all, too.
either. Here we
I
go
was very
again.
disheartened with that too. And the girl is on Channel 4 News he was talking about.
Well, all we can say is it was another really eventful day of court. And we learned a lot, and we will learn more because there are apparently witnesses that were redacted who we're going to hear tomorrow for the first time. Or we're going to hear over the next coming days. So again, thank you for covering this. The nation needs to know. The nation needs to understand what's going on in our nation, the work we got to do as a nation to
A lot of
become
work.
one humanity.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me get this. Let me see.